Hi everybody, welcome to Raincross Farms Makery, and this is our little segment of hosting Craft Round the Clock. So welcome from either side. We are glad to have you. We've been gone out of state for about a week or so I think I have forgotten how to do lives. So I think it will probably come back to me though. So let me get this up and running. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. How is everybody doing? Happy, what is this, Friday evening? Happy Friday. That one. Save. Publish. Okay, we are good to go. So, happy Friday evening. Thanks for joining us. I have I think it's kind of snarky, so it's kind of cute, but it's gonna look classy. Little home decor project. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. Let me get one more thing out of the way here, and I think we will get started. Okay, yay! So. Hello. When you hop on, say hello. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're watching from if you're new or even if you're old. Hey, Marianne, welcome. Glad to have you. As you're hopping on, we would love it. We'd appreciate it if you would give our page a heart, give our video a heart, follow our page if you're not already following, and sprinkle it out to your crafty friends or craft groups you might belong to. We would certainly appreciate this. This gives us support and helps us get Facebook to notice us and send them the message that we're something that should be shared. So we appreciate all of that support. Did you win yet? No, you have not won yet. Okay, but I do have my timer set. So let me tell you, we are trusting that we are going to get at least 25 viewers on this live at one time. And if we do, I will have a drawing for some Happy Mail at the very end of the live. So I'm going to explain to you how you get entered because it's going to be a drawing. So every couple of minutes, I set my timer. When it goes off, the last person to have commented will get their name put on a little ticket and get put in the drawing. And if you stick around till the very end, you can see if you won. So to get entered, you just need to comment. You need to be the last one that Bill, my husband, behind the computer.
You're going to have to say hi to Chicken Pickens.
Chicken Pickens. Hey, Chicken Pickens. I love that name. You're here, Barb. We're glad you're here. I love that. Chicken Pickens. We have 10 chickens. Anyway, so I think we have already met our 25. So we're definitely having a drawing at the very end. If we get a whole bunch more people on, we'll actually do a drawing for 2 or 3 different pieces of Happy Mail. So again, when my timer goes off, if you are the last comment to show up, you will get your name in the drawing. And Mr. Bill, behind the camera, behind the computer, decides. He's the final arbiter of who is that last comment because everybody's screen looks different. Thank you for sprinkling. Hello, Lori. Hello, Kita. Yes, we already have 26. Hey, Rachel, thank you for sprinkling. Hello, Stacy. Welcome. Okay, so our project tonight, we are going to use, it's like I said, we've been gone. Our son got married in Southern California. And so we've been gone for about a week and didn't do any lives. We just completely enjoyed ourselves with family. So I have yet to do the February club transfer. So I'm going to do it tonight. We're going to make an adorable little project. So here is the transfer. It says welcome-ish. And it says depends on who you are and how long you stay. And then there's some little floral elements. So we are going to use this. Club, if you don't know what it is, Club is our monthly subscription service. And if you sign up for it, every month you get a transfer this size to your mailbox, free shipping. You get 3 different coordinating paste packets. So this kit comes with Pesto, Storm, and guava. So we're going to use these colors tonight so you can see what it looks like. Although I'm going to use my jars of paste, but you'll get the little paste singles. And the very first time you sign up, you get a little mini squeegee in your kit to get you started. So that's what Club is. It's $21.99 a month, and it's awesome. As we get going, I'm going to get started. As we get going, you're still working on your Valentine packs, you love. Good, 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 good. I'm on my personal page, but I have a creative page, Stein's Sunflower Shack. Awesome. A whimsical painter, jewelry, and craft. Well, we are welcome here. Hello, Betty. Let's see, who else have I not said? I didn't think I said hello to Deb. So let's get going so I don't run out of time because I hate being rushed. So on this project, we're going to use 2 wooden rounds. This one is 14 inches across, and this I got at Hobby Lobby. It's just a plywood round, 14 inch. I think it came in a package of 3 for like $12, but I got it at least 40% off, maybe 50% off. And then I also have a 12-inch round, and this one's a little thinner. This one I got off of Amazon. I got a big pack of like 50 of them. So a 12-inch and a 14-inch. And we are going to get these painted up. Hey, Ashton, welcome. Hey, Rachel. Stencil, but you never use chalk paste. Well, you girl, you need to watch because it's awesome. First of all, I'm going to see who the last comment was. Bill is going to tell me. Ashton. Awesome. Okay, Ashton is in our drawing. Let me reset the timer. And you guys have to remind me to reset the timer every time.
Reset the timer.
Okay, so I reset the timer. So keep commenting. Okay, this one is going to be the inside circle, so I'm going to paint it with chalk paint. This is Waverly brand. It's plaster color, and this is my little trick that I learned from one of my viewers, Cheryl, I don't know if she's on or not. Anyway, when you have a big surface, a big flat surface to paint, don't mess with a paintbrush. Get a sponge. This is just it's not one of those really like Swiss cheese sponges. It's just a smooth sponge. These I actually got at the Dollar Tree. These are called nail guard sponges. So you get like 6 of them for $1.25. And you can wash them out, like this one I reused. Anyway, this makes an awesome way to paint a big flat surface. Good evening, Carolyn from Waterloo, Iowa. Okay. So I'm just going to, I'm not even gonna, this is pretty thick. It doesn't want to come out. So I'm going to squeeze it out.
Says I've got to do that.
Got to do that. Got to do what? Paint with a sponge? Okay, this does not want to come out. So I'm going to get, this is really thick. I probably need to water it down, but I'm just going to.
Girl, I just got home from work. Well, that's a good time to sit back and relax for a minute.
Yes. We're on a little bit earlier than we usually are, but this was the only time spot available. So I'm going to start with the edges, so I don't get my fingers all painty. And come on, I definitely need to water this down. Okay. So watch how quick and easy this goes. You don't have to deal with all those different brush strokes. It goes on pretty thick, so you generally don't have to put on a second coat. But it's awesome. Painting with a sponge. You need to try it. Fingerprints. Okay, awesome.
Says she's never painted with a sponge.
Yes. Take a load. Okay, now I'm going to, I see a little spot that I missed. Now, I'm not completely done because I'm going to do the back. But when you are done with this, if you let it dry, you're going to ruin that sponge. You won't be able to use it again. It might not be a big deal because it's like a quarter each. But if you stick this in water and rinse it out before that paint dries, you can reuse that sponge several times. Interesting. Interesting. Painting with a sponge. I know. Very interesting.
You know, I've been thinking about it. My dad was a painter for years and years. He used to use lamb's wool. But that's because they didn't have these types of sponges.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was the timer.
Oh, that was the timer?
Uh-huh.
That was Rachel.
Kuykendall Steins. Rachel, I'm going to put you down as Rachel Steins. So you are in our drawing, and I'm going to reset my timer. And I'm going to go back to drying this because this has to be really, really dry. Yes, everybody has to give it a try and tell me how it works. Now, it doesn't work if you're doing little teeny tiny pieces, but for a big flat surface, it works great. I'm going to dry this up. It was pretty fast. You know, I'm actually not going to paint the back of this because it's going to be hidden. So, but that's kind of my soapbox that I get on, is if you're a crafter and either just for yourself or especially if you sell them at craft fairs, take the extra time and finish your pieces even on the back. Because let me tell you, you might not think it matters, but if you are shopping or you have a potential customer shopping and they pick up your piece and they look at it and they invariably are going to turn it around. And if they see it unfinished or paint just kind of slapped around the edges, that sends them a message that this isn't super high quality. You don't want to send that message. You want to send the message that you have an eye for detail. And so I always tell people to finish your pieces. Okay, now this big one, this 14-inch, I'm going to paint with Waverly chalk paint in the color of celery. It's a light green.
If you put the sponge in a plastic bag, it helps keep it moist. You can also
That's
put
true.
it in the freezer.
Oh.
And they thaw out quick.
Yep. Oops, I meant to do the outside. Okay, now this one is going to be, you're actually not going to see too much of the front, but I'm going to do both sides of this. So I'm starting with the edges. So I have a place to put my fingers. And it comes out pretty smooth. It's nowhere near as bad as trying to fight with brush marks. There might be a few little streaks from the sponge, but they're a lot further apart and you get a much better finish. So give this a try.
There's Tina. Hi, Tina.
Hello, and hello, Cynthia. Hey, we're official now, aren't we, Tina? I don't know what we're officially. I don't know. We're officially, I don't know. She is now my son's official mother-in-law. So everyone say hello to Tina.
Wasn't she the awesome?
She was the awesomest mother-in-law that my son aspired to having, or something like that.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's Tina.
Tina was the last comment?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put her name down on a ticket. And what we're doing is we are going to have a drawing at the very end. So every couple of minutes, I have my timer go off. And the last person to have commented wins a ticket into the drawing at the end. And I'm going to bring out my really hot heat gun just because I want to get this done pretty quick and don't want to run out of time.
Just
Aw,
one more thing she's gonna have to come up and pick up.
She's awesome. And she has to come, she has to make a trip here to Idaho to pick up her pinking shears that I borrowed and forgot to return and carried them off to Idaho.
Christina says, what did I miss? At least she's not pulling a kid and saying start over.
Well, Christina, in fact, there's probably a bunch of new people on. We are going to use the February club transfer. This is called Welcome-ish. Kind of a snarky little sign. And like I said, I'm going to paint the back of this one also. Just because I want it to look finished and nice. And even if it's just for you, finish your stuff. You deserve it. You deserve stuff that looks awesome. Okay, so this is going to be a round, it could be a door hanger, it could just be a piece of wall decor, but it's going to be a cute little snarky sign that you can put up in your house to welcome or not your guests.
There's Debbie Burton. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Rachel,
welcome. Howdy to you too. Thank you for following, Rachel. If any of you have not followed our page, we would love it if you would follow us. I'll tell you why I love it if you follow us, because the last time I looked, the last 3 numbers of our number of followers was 666, and I just prayed somebody new would follow, so I'd get rid of that 666. Okay, so I've got that painted. I'm going to stick these in some water so I can clean them up.
Hi, Denise. Where did she go?
And let me put the lids back on these. Hi, Lorianne. First time seeing us. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this. Okay, set those aside. And I'm going to dry this. And then we're going to get ready to use our stencil. It's really not a stencil. It's a transfer. It is I'm going to make that one for my daughter-in-law and son. I can't guarantee I'll catch you all the time. I know. But, you can always watch replays. If you missed the live, you can watch the replays and you can kind of speed through it if you want. But we love having you live. Okay, that was the timer.
Well, that was
Janine Jolstad Teeples. Jeannie Teeples. Okay, you are the next person in our drawing. So stick around to the end to see if you won. I missed the name again.
There's Jean Katzman is watching for the first time.
Okay, I need that name back. All I got was Janine.
Janine's? Let's see. Where is it? It's up here.
Okay, Jeannie Teeples.
Jeannie, yes.
Okay, so Jeannie, you are in the drawing. I'm going to reset the timer.
Okay, and then Lori wants to know how much are stencils?
How much are stencils? These are $16 retail. This size, the 8.5 by 11. We have everything from $11 for our 5x7s to our great big daddies that are like $43. So it depends. It's priced by the size, and sometimes we have specials, and our designers get a 40% discount if that interests you at all. So okay, so I've got the one I did in the plaster color. Now I'm going to put this on top of it. This is a sticky backed, self-adhesive, reusable silk screen. And when I put that sticky part down, and when I go to pull it up, I don't want to pull up the paint. So to protect that, I'm going to use some surface wax. And I'm just going to apply a little bit. This is just clear paste wax. I sell this in my shop, and this will give just a little protective layer to that paint.
Next question Rachel has is how much are the chalk pastes per jar?
Per jar. They are, if I'm not mistaken, they are $16 a jar.
They last
and
quite
our
a
paste
while.
singles, if you're interested in just smaller quantities to get yourself started, paste singles are $3 each. Now I do have a sample kit if anybody is interested. I have a little kit that you can get that comes with, this one has been used, but it comes with a little mini transfer. It comes with one of our little chalk suede tags. It comes with a paste packet, and it comes with a squeegee. So if you're interested in that, you can type the word sample in the comments and you can get the link to that. Okay, so I've got just a little bit of wax on here, not a lot, and I'm actually going to buff off any excess. And I'm not going to wax that because we're not going to chalk on that one. We've got something else planned for that. Okay, and you should get, if you type in sample, you should get a, my bot will send you a message to your messenger, and you'll just click on product information, and I believe that will lead you to where it says sample kit. If you can't find it, just message me and I will lead you straight to it. Okay, so I've got this waxed and I've got my transfer. I'm going to pull this off. Now I like to keep my transfers, the backer sheet, whole, intact. But this is meant to be cut apart if you want to. So I'm going to write down another name. That was
Christina Herring.
Christina Herring. Okay, got
Christina
you in.
She said she saw a video of the wedding.
Oh, did you?
The question is, did you see us singing "We Had the Time of Our Lives," or did?
Was it the rehearsal where we had Bill dressed up as the bishop from Princess Bride? Anyway, I'm just going to cut through the little divided part on my stencil so I can pull it off. And we can rearrange this. It doesn't have to, I don't have to put it down in any particular order. Now this, like I told you, is a sticky transfer, and the first time you use it, it is very sticky. So we want to tame that stickiness down a little bit. So I'm just going to, we call this fuzzing. We're just putting a little, not hair, we're just putting a little bit of lint or fuzz from a towel onto that sticky part to just kind of lighten up that stickiness. And as you use it a couple of times, you won't have to do that as much. Okay, so I'm going to put right here, actually, I'm going to do this a couple different ways. I'm going
Rhonda
to...
wants to know if you're stacking the rounds.
I'm going to. I am going to. Okay. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to center, and I see a piece of hair that I don't want on there. My towel must have had a piece of hair on it. Okay. So I'm not gonna center the whole welcome-ish. I'm just gonna center welcome because I want that to be the main word that people see. But I am gonna use the ish. So I'm just gonna press this down, make sure there's no air bubbles underneath it, and make sure there's no big clumps of lint. And I'm going to use Storm is one of the colors that it comes with. This is a really pretty gray. It's almost kind of a cement color, but it looks really good. Okay, and I'm going to give this just a little stir because it's been sitting for a while. So I'm just going to stir it up. This needs to be the consistency of like sour cream, pudding, and I'm going to get a squeegee, and I'm going to put a little bit of the paste on my squeegee, and I'm just going to drag it over that screen. Now, you have to be careful with our newest screens, the ones that are kind of see-through. We started with an additional manufacturer, so they're just getting used to what our requirements are, and they accidentally, where they have the information line, and it's called the slug line, but it's got the copyright information and the name of the transfer and all that good stuff. Well, they actually made that into a screen, which ordinarily wouldn't be a problem, but if you go over it with paste, you're going to transfer those words on your project, and you don't want that. So if you can't avoid them, you can cover them up with painter's tape or washi tape. Okay, so here's my welcome.
Keita says she can relate with that song.
Okay, that was my timer.
Well, that's Keita.
Keita.
Well, all right then.
Awesome. Okay, and reset the timer. We're gonna have time. We're gonna do this. Okay, so I've got welcome. Let me dry this a little bit. Now, once this is dry, this is smudge and budge proof, so I can take my hand over it and I'm not going to be able to rub it off. But on certain surfaces, you can remove it. Not on painted surfaces, but if you used it on a chalkboard, you could actually remove that with some water and a little bit of elbow grease. But when it's dry, it's smudge and budge proof. Now I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to put just the ish right there, because I want it on there, but I don't want it on that top line. And I'm going to take my paste again and paste the ish.
So when you lay that down, the part that has already been printed, it doesn't have ink on the back?
It does, but you notice I didn't completely lay it down. It could have a little bit of residual paste on it, so I could either cover this up, or I can just be careful not to put it down all the way. Okay, so I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to center these words. Depends on who you are and how long you stay. And I'm going to center that. I'm not going to use those little curly Q things. I'm just gonna chalk those words. Again with the gray, the storm. Super easy. Wipe off the excess. Peel this off. Woohoo! Okay, now I'm gonna put this down on a dish drying mat from Dollar Tree, and I will clean it up at the end. If I have time, I'll show you how. But here's what I've got. Welcome-ish, depends on who you are and how long you stay. And we're actually gonna put on some of these little floral doodads. So let me dry this up. And I did reset the timer. Hi, Maria. Welcome. First time watching. Hopefully not the last. Hopefully you will want to follow our page. Hey, Rhonda. I got your message. I will get in touch with you as soon as I get more information. Probably be Monday. Hey, Vicky.
Is that stencil available in club only?
This stencil is only available to our club members or designers. Designers get the club stencils every month, and club members get them every month. So that's the only way you can get this stencil. Okay, that was the timer.
Oh, and that was Sharon Bird. She said, that's cute.
Thank you. Well, Sharon, you are entered into our drawing that's coming up at the end of our live. Okay, so let me get these little floraldy doos. And let's see. Do I want?
Vicki says the words are a pretty color. What did you call that color?
This is called Storm. And I'm just going to put those right there. This is Storm. It's a medium gray, but it is very pretty. It's very neutral. And then I'm going to put that one right there. And the other two colors that come with this month's club are Pesto, which is a pretty green, and Guava, which is a pretty kind of an orangey peach color. So we're going to do the flowers in the Guava, and we're going to do the greenery in the Pesto. Okay, let me grab a couple more squeegees. And this needs a quick stir.
Rhonda, you typed in the word club, and I think that's why you got the messenger thing.
Yes. If you are interested in finding out more about club, maybe joining or just find out more information, if you type club, you can follow the links to the message that you get, and you can find out some more about it, or you're welcome to ask me questions. But that's something else you can type in and get more information. Okay, so I've got my Guava. I'm just going to do the flowers. Do these pretty quick. Now this, I don't want the paste to dry in the stencil. So if I was doing something that took a long time and I thought that paste was going to dry, I would do what's called paste and peel, which is partway through I would stop and I would lift the transfer up and remove it from the surface so that paste doesn't get a chance to dry, because if it dries in the screen, it will pull up with the screen, and we don't want it to. That we want it to stay down on the surface. So there's my green.
So yeah, you peel that one up before
peel
you start
that,
the next one.
So I'm peeling this one up before I start the next one, just like he said. So there we go.
That looks very nice.
There's one, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Whoops, I'm not going to put the green in the wrong place. And if the mini squeegee is too big, you can always, we have it's called a multi-tool, and you can use it. It's like an even smaller squeegee to get in tighter places, but I think I got it.
Everything stalled out on us for a minute here.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll just keep
Oh
going.
no, keep going, hopefully.
Lori Ann asked, hopefully this will answer her question.
Okay.
She said, is the welcome to your home stencil behind you available to anyone? That was part of our creative kickstart. That was part of our creative kickstart that we had in January. So unfortunately, it is no longer available. But yes, it was available to everybody during the month of January. Okay, let me peel this off. Okay. And that was the timer. So, who's my person? Denise Wisecup. Awesome. Okay. Get her in there. And let me clean up a bit before I get moving. I've got just a few minutes to show you how I'm going to finish this. Yeah, Debbie says she's cut a little bit off her squeegee also.
Yes,
And you can actually cut the squeegee in half and make a skinnier one. That helps you get into those closer places. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. We're going to go back to this. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to punch some holes in this so that I can hang it. Now this, I'm using my Crocodile, and the only reason I have another thing. I have this that will punch holes in up to an 1/8 inch, but this is like a 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to use my Big Daddy, and I'm going to punch a couple holes so that I can hang this. Ooh. Okay, pretty powerful. And then I'm going to I have this, what is it, lamb's ear? I don't know, I think it's lamb's ear. Anyway, this is garland. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I think it was $20, but of course I didn't pay full price, so it was probably $10. And I'm going to glue this around the outside. Okay. So I don't need those little doodads. So let me get my glue gun. And let me start it up here. And I'm going to try to not burn myself. So this is just going to go around the edge. Am I doing okay? I don't want to burn my fingers, so I'm going to put that down on it till it sets.
Rachel says, I need one of those Big Daddy hole makers.
I think I got it off of Amazon.
I was just going to look it up for her real quick if I can find it on our link. It's a staple gun.
Okay.
Man, it was way back there. I'm scrolling
I've had
down
it for a
all the
while.
stuff we buy from Amazon.
Oh, let me tell you something. For the month of February, club members have this is an awesome time to join. If you are not already a club member, when you join in the month of February, you will get, for your first month, you'll get this transfer, the Welcome-ish. You'll get those 3 paste packets. You'll get your mini squeegee, which is already like a $26, $27 value. There's no shipping fee on the monthly subscription. But in the month of February, you will get an additional 5 free B-size transfers. And they are transfers from last year's club. So that's the only way you get your hands on any of those. So they are the retired transfers from last year's club. And I'll show you in just a minute the ones that I believe are coming in that kit. So for $21.99, your first month, you get 6 8.5 by 11 transfers, which is just awesome. So, but that's only good during February. So take advantage of that if you're at all interested.
Lori wants to know, where did you get the tools?
Okay.
Rhonda says she likes her Crocodile and she got it from Weird Memories. I went ahead and posted a link to it from our Amazon link so you guys can see it.
Oh, I didn't set my timer again. You guys didn't remind me.
That was the timer?
No, I didn't set it.
Oh, how could you do that way?
So we're going to say that was the timer.
Okay, then that was Lori Ann. Where'd you get the tools?
Okay, Lori Ann. we have a last name?
Lori Ann is all
Lori
Lorian.
Ann. Okay, Lori Ann, you are in our drawing. We are almost done. I'm gonna cut that off.
Rhonda was in there too. It's just all mixed up. I had to reset the everything on there.
And almost got this glued. Now I had thought about chalking directly on this, but I was afraid the design would get lost. So I decided to put it on a smaller one, and I'm actually going to bump it out. So I'm going to use these little goodies, these little Jenga blocks, to bump that up, and then we will attach it. And then we will do our drawing because we're running out of time.
It is
So,
just at 6:10.
okay, so I'm going to put like 4 of these on. And then I'm actually going to double them up.
Rhonda typed in club. Rhonda, are you wanting to get a response to club?
I think you already did. Didn't you
Yeah.
already type in club?
I think so.
I think you probably already have the message that went to your messenger. But if you don't, I will follow up with you and make sure you get it.
And Sheila's asking for it. That one went back to Sheila. So, yeah, Rhonda, I think yours already went to club.
You might have typed in a different keyword, but it's all the same. It's all the same. And I will go through afterwards and make sure everybody got the information that they wanted. Okay, so here's my, make sure my holes are up. And
Sheila got hers.
so I've got that. I'm going to put glue on these little supports. And we will push it down.
Pam got hers.
Okay, Sheila got the information.
And Sheila, and so did,
Okay, so I pushed that down. So here is my little project. It's kind of wreath-like, but it's really just a garland, and I just stuck it around there. And that's my welcome-ish. Depends on who you are and how long you stay. And I will go in, I will put some jute in these 2 holes so I have a hanger. But anyway, that's my project. Let me pick a couple of winners, because I think we had upwards of 50 people at one time. So let me pick 2 winners. So our first winner is Rachel Steins. Rachel Steins, are you still here? Rachel Steins. And our other one is Sharon Bird. Sharon Bird, are you still on? Rachel Steins and Cheryl Bird. Sharon Bird. So hopefully you're still here. If you are, I will get in touch with you. I will send you a message. I need a little bit of information before I can send out to you. Awesome, Sharon's here. So I'll reach out to you in the next hour or so. If it's your bedtime, don't worry about it. You can answer me in the morning.
and there's Rachel.
And there's Rachel, yay! Okay, so be looking for a message from me, hopefully in the next hour or 2, but again, no pressure to respond to it this evening if it's your bedtime at your time zone. So here was our project, February Club. And if you want more information, just let me know. Type in club and I'll follow up with you. Anyway, I'm going to pose real quick and then we've got to go. Hopefully you'll enjoy the next crafter on Craft Round the Clock, and you will watch us again at Raincross Farms Bakery. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.